Is there an intelligence gap in our capability that made us overestimate the Russians and underestimate the defensive capability of the Ukrainians?
Senator, there could be, and as we've always done in the past, when this crisis is over with, we will accomplish a comprehensive after-action review in all domains and in all departments, and find out where our weak areas were, and make sure that we can find ways to improve. And this could be one of those areas.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, General Wolters, for your many years of service.
I contend that we would probably be wise to examine what has unfolded in Ukraine and Russia and the periphery nations, and certainly from a NATO perspective and being a commander with respect to those NATO forces, those contributions that those allies and partners have committed impacts the appropriate effect that we can deliver, which goes all the way back to how smart we need to be with respect to making the right decision, giving global ramifications on permanent versus rotational.
And dedication to the men and women of our armed forces and our allies and partners.
Why do you think they shot hypersonics in Ukraine when they didn't have to?
I think it was to demonstrate the capability and attempt to put fear in the hearts of the enemy, and I don't think they were successful.
Yeah. What did it hit? Or was it one or two?
There have been multiple launches.
Okay.
Most of them have been directed at military targets, still TBD based off the intelligence returns. But what I can say is most of those strikes have been designated at specific military targets.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. General Wolters, Senator Ernst.
We are witnessing a generational moment, a historic demonstration of unity and will, and an unprecedented effort by allies to strengthen defense while simultaneously helping those in need. Just an example, but it's a critical one. We've seen Germany commit to meet the alliance 2% benchmark, and we expect other allies will follow and redouble efforts to adequately invest in defense to generate peace.
Thank you very much, General Van Ovost. General Walt.
I think we have to comprehensively improve our military disposition in all quadrants and in all domains. And we have a plan in place to do so. And as the Secretary General approaches the Leaders Summit this June, his overall NATO plan coincides with that military plan to ensure that we can show greater NATO strength and greater military strength. And as you well know, we're on the appropriate glide path to do so as we continue to fortify the 8 battle groups that exist in the proximity of Eastern Europe.
Permanent U.S. forces.
I think what we need to do from a U.S. force perspective is look at what takes place in Europe following the completion of the Ukraine-Russia scenario and examine the European contributions, and based off the breadth and depth of the European contributions, be prepared to adjust the U.S. contributions. And my suspicion is we're going to still need more. And obviously there's always a mix between the requirement of permanent versus rotational, and there are pluses and minuses of each one. We'll have to continue to examine the European contributions to make a smart decision about where to go in the future.